Yo, Skip Wonder, run that shit.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're in the Leadership Podcast. It is a new year, everybody. New year. 2025. Man, 2025. January the 6th. Wow, time flying. Time is flying. I hope everybody had a great new year, man. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. All that good stuff. And I hope you're ready to hit the road running in this 2025 year. I hope y'all have a great year, man. And safe year, because this is about to get interesting, y'all. It's already starting out crazy. Anyway, today we are talking sports. Sports. Yeah, we don't do sports on a Monday. Yeah, we're going to try something new, man. We're going to bring sports to y'all on Monday. Well, we talk about nothing but sports all day, every day. Monday sports. And also remember to tune in tomorrow to You Ain't Gonna Believe This Shit podcast, where we bring you live news, man, let you know what the hell going on around the world. And also on Wednesdays, we have our midweek scripture. Midweek scripture on Wednesdays. Anyway, let's get on with the show, man. Let's see what we're talking about today. See what our topics are, man. Let's get on with this thing here. And today we're gonna be discussing Mike Brown. Mike Brown, y'all, the coach for ex-coach for Sacramento Kings basketball team. Mike Brown let go again. Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets, want out. Damn, Jimmy Butler wants out. NFL MVP, who you got, man? Who's your MVP this year? We're going to get into that. I know who I'm going with. A lot of people going to be upset with me. College playoffs. Let's discuss the college playoffs, man, and that it's been real interesting, man. I'm excited, man. It was a good college playoff. Still is a good college playoffs. I like how they did the format. I like everything about it this year. The first ever college playoffs, awesome. And that's those are our topics for this evening. And let's get on with the show, man. You Ain't Gonna Believe This Shit podcast, man. Let's get on with the show. And our first topic for today is we're going to discuss Mike Brown, y'all. Let's get into some Mike Brown. Let's talk about Mike Brown, the NFL coach. If y'all don't know who Mike Brown is, let's bring up his bio so we can inform y'all with Mike Brown situation here. Mike Brown was a NBA coach. Was an NBA coach, y'all. He coached Cleveland Cavaliers, L.A. Lakers, and currently he coached the Sacramento Kings. He was an NBA champ as an assistant coach. He was on them Golden State teams that was winning. He was a head coach for 11 total years, y'all. 11 total years as a head coach. Within that time frame, he was coach of the year in 08-09 season. He was coach of the year 2022-2023 seasons. And several times throughout his coaching career, he has been coach of the month. So this man can coach some basketball, y'all. He can coach some basketball. But he's just being let go. Why? I don't know why he's being let go. But he's just being let go. Is he getting the raw end of the deal? Is what the hell going on with Mike Brown, man? Why he can't keep a job? Then he just signed an extension with the Sacramento Kings to make it so bad. Just signed an extension a few months back. Well, several months back. Before the season, I don't know. Anyway, before the season started, at the end of last season, he just signed an extension. And they let him go. Now, stories on why they let him go are interesting to me. They are real interesting to me. Why would they let him go? Why did they let Mike Brown go? Why did they let him go, y'all? Why did the Sacramento Kings let Mike Brown go? So the rumor mill has it that he asked a player to come off the bench. He asked one of his players to come off the bench. And then they, I guess the player wasn't happy with the decision. Went to management, and unfortunately, they let Mike Brown go. Now I don't know how true that is. That's like I say. That's the rumor on the rumor mill, and they let him go. Are they having a great season? Not really. Did they make the playoffs last year? I want to say they made the playoffs last year. I was in the play-in tournament. I'm not too sure, but anyway, he has not had a bad. So far, they was 13-18 when they fired him, and they was in 12th place in the West. So, season still young. There was plenty of time to catch up. Would they have caught up? I don't know. Would they have made the play-in tournament? They could have. Yeah, I think it was 7 through 10 seeding in each conference. So they probably could have made the 10th seed, 7th through 10th by the end of the season. Who knows what would happen? Still a long season. But my question to my people out here, should a team fire a coach just because what a player says or the player disliked the coach or whatever the case is? Would you fire your coach to make your player or a player happy? Players are a player happy. The man can coach. He is no slouch in the coaching, but like I said, he was just fired because of a player. Now, the reason I asked this question, so say you fire your coach, then the player or players still lead the team. Now you back in rebuild mode again, trying to find a coach. Now you're trying to find a player. So what would y'all do in that situation? I don't think I would let a coach go because a player disliked the way he coaching or disagrees with the coach, whatever the case may be. It's hard to find a good coach. You can find another player. Then the player is not guaranteed to sign back with you anyway. So I guess it's a, what they say, 50-50. That's a hard decision if you in that, if you're the GM. But anyway, the Kings statement, Kings GM Monty McNair says in the team statement that it was a difficult decision, and I want to thank Mike for his many contributions. Wow. Wow. Kings, you fire a coach because of a player, but then the player ain't no guarantee the player gonna stay with the team when his contract's up. Now you're gonna be looking for a new coach, and you're gonna be trying to get another player, a star player, to come to play with your team when that player leaves your organization. Sometimes you need to do like Pat Riley. If y'all recall, LeBron James was not impressed with Spo, Coach Spo. Went to Pat and said, he want a new coach, but Pat told LeBron, no, we keeping Spo. And guess what? They went on and won some championships. LeBron left. Anyway, after winning championships, and Coach Spo still has been successful in Miami. Matter of fact, he went to 2 finals since LeBron left. So that's an example of just keeping your good coach and just building a team. Instead of you're going to lose a player and lose a coach, now you're still behind the 8 ball searching for both. So sometimes it's best to keep the coach and let the player go. You can always get a player or players, You can still be competitive, make a run. Who knows, a player or a star player might want to come to your organization to play for that coach. So what y'all think, man? Would you let the player go or are you going to let the coach go? I think I'll let the player walk. The player will play. But anyway, if he don't, we can always get a new player. It's hard to find a new coach, a good coach. Just saying. Just saying. What would y'all do? What would y'all do in that situation? That is interesting to me. That is interesting to me. All right, y'all. Let's keep moving right along, man. Matter of fact, let's talk about a player right now. Let's discuss Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler wants out. He requested a trade from the Miami Heat. James, what's up, boy? James checking in. What's happening, Doc? So Jimmy Butler, player gone. That's right. Player gone. Bye. All right, so Jimmy Butler requests a trade from the Miami Heat. Heat will listen to trade offers. Now, the Miami Heat also has suspended. Now, they suspended this man. They suspended Jimmy Butler for 7 games for multiple instances, conduct detrimental to the team over the course of the season, in particular the last several weeks. They suspended him 7 games. And guess what his total amount that he will lose? He was going to lose roughly, what's that amount? He is going to lose within those 7-game suspension $3.7 million. So each game he is suspended, that's $500,000 $32,000. Damn. Total of 7 games is 3.7 million. But Jimmy trying to force his way out. So I guess he won't out. He won't out of there that bad. He is willing to. Well, I guess he's not willing to. The team just suspended him. I guess he don't want to lose no money. So I mean that's out of his control. But what he can control is whatever he's being suspended for. Come to work, play. Work is playing basketball. Go there on time, play, put your request in, and and do what you got to do. But we all know Jimmy in his past when he won out, he won out. If y'all don't know, y'all need to go back and look at when he was in Minnesota. He was causing hell. He got up out of there. They got rid of his ass. But I guess Pat Riley, again, Pat Riley ain't playing that. Nah, we don't have to trade you. We will suspend you and take your money until we want to trade you. But anyway, where would Jimmy Butler go? Would you, if you was a team, would you want Jimmy Butler? I know I would. I'm a Spurs fan, and I would love to see him at San Antonio with Wemby. That'd be awesome. But anyway, this season so far, Jimmy Butler, he is averaging 17 points a game. He's averaging 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and he is shooting 55% from the field, 55.2% from the field. Overall career, he was a 2023 All NBA second team, 2023 Eastern Conference MVP, 4 times third team, 5 times second team defensive second team, and 2015 most improved player. This young man can play. He can play, y'all. If y'all basketball fans and y'all watch the playoffs when they made the playoffs, especially in the bubble, or even when they played Denver, man, Jimmy Butler would play the whole damn game, including overtime. Man, this man has the Energizer Bunny. The Energizer Bunny, y'all. This young man can play, but he won't out. So, if you the Heat, would you trade him or would you make him play? You could probably get some pieces for him. Would you honor his request to move him or would you continue to fine Jimmy Butler? That's a lot of money, man, to be suspended for 7 games. Even though you be making big money, but at the end of the day, I don't care how much money you make, that shit still hurt. Believe me, that shit hurt. From rich to poor to middle, whatever bracket you fall in, losing money, a lot of money at one point in time, at a large sum of money within a short period of time, it hurts you because you can't get it back. Damn, $500,000 a game, 3.7 million for those games. Man, that shit crazy. Jimmy Butler, y'all. He said he won't out. He won't out of Miami. Would you get him out of there? Would you honor his request? Would you let him go? Do you think you can get some good pieces back? What team would you like to see Jimmy Butler in? I say I would like to see him with San Antonio Spurs myself. Perfect fit. Perfect fit, y'all. Jimmy Buckets. There's some shit going on in Miami, boy, for him to want out of there. But he want out. Jimmy said, get me the hell up out of here. Get Jimmy on up out of there, y'all. That's asking money to be fine, man. Golly. All right. So, promo time. You ain't gonna believe this shit podcast. Man, go on over to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube and listen to the show. Listen to the You Ain't Gonna Believe This Shit podcast show on these platforms. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and also you can listen on YouTube. YouTube have a podcast, y'all. Go on over to these platforms. Go find You Ain't Gonna Believe This Shit podcast and follow it, man, and listen. Follow and listen to us. You ain't gonna believe this shit podcast. Follow us on these platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and also on YouTube. Listen on these platforms, man. Yeah. All right, let's move right along here. Let's move right along, y'all. MVP. NFL MVP 2024 comes down to two players, Jackson or Allen. Who is going to be y'all NFL MVP this year? Who you have? Let's bring up the two candidates, the two front runners to win this award. All right, as y'all see, we got it broken down. We have it broken down for you now. Both players, let me say this right now, both players are awesome, great quarterbacks, had a great year, and they both can ball. They both can ball. They both can play. But only one can win. Only one can win. And as you see, we got the stats here. So we have the wins. Buffalo, Baltimore. Buffalo, Josh Allen, had 13 wins. Lamar, 12. Yards. If you're a stat guy, we got the stats for you there. Lamar beat him in the yards. Touchdowns. Lamar destroyed him with touchdowns. 41-28. Interceptions. Lamar, 4 interceptions to Josh Allen, 6 interceptions. QBR, I like that stat. Like Skip Bayless. I like the QBR stat. 77.5 for Jackson, 77.2 for Allen. Rushing yards, Jackson, 915 yards compared to Josh Allen's 531 yards. So if you are a numbers guy, you would probably be like, Jackson gonna win, hands down. You know, he has better numbers, damn near across the board, except for wins. Yeah, he has better numbers. But if you look at if you take this player off this team, what would they be? Would they still be pretty good? What effect would they have? You take either one. I mean, they won't still be the same. But which team is a better team? And I think Josh Allen had a better year. My reason is Josh Allen has like a whole new offense personnel. Now Jackson, he has a new running back, King. Man, I can't even call his name right now. King Henry, and he had damn near 2,000 yards rushing. Well, he had 19 something, so he almost had 2,000 yards rushing this year. He was, he is a monster. He a load. So, what? So who's your MVP? Who is your MVP? I think Josh Allen, man. I think if you was to take him off this team, or you take either one of them off their team, they won't be as good as they are. But I think Allen is more important to his team, and he had a better year. I'm not looking at the numbers. I'm just looking at the performance wise. What did your eyes tell you? I think he had a better year with what he had uh, in Buffalo. Yeah, what it. But then he had a better record. So, but honestly, who should be the MVP is Detroit's quarterback Jared Goff. Best record in the. Well, they was tied them in Kansas City, but they had the best team hands down in the NFL. The Detroit Lions are the best team in the NFL, and better record, best team. So Jared Goff really should win the MVP. But I don't know the criteria that they go by. We can't say stats because last year, if y'all recall, I want to say Dak Prescott had better stats than Lamar Jackson, and they both lost in the playoffs. So I don't know. So you can't use that argument. Plus Dak, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna even talk about my Cowboys. They sorry, garbage, as Bubba Dubs say, trash. So we can't use the stats just to give it to them because, like I say, last year there was players with better stats last year, and I want to say was that Dallas record was at least the same, or Dallas have won more games. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. So if Lamar wins, that'd be 3 in a row. Now, Lamar Jackson's stats this year are way better than the stats from last year, and he won it last year. So that's a lot of people's reasoning why he should win it again this year. But I think they're gonna give it to Allen. I think they're gonna give it to Allen. I could be wrong. Time will tell, but we'll see. Uh, I think they're gonna give it to Allen. I have reason about that, but I ain't gonna say it. But I think they're gonna give it to Allen. Like I said, they're both are great players, man. Can't go wrong with either one. May the best man win, and may you have a long run in the playoffs. We'll see. That's why you play the game, right? That's why you play the game, to see what the hell you gonna do, what the outcome gonna be. What the outcome gonna be. All right, let's move right along here. MVP, y'all. Who y'all got, man? Who's your MVP this year? Who you got? Allen or Lamar Jackson? I'm gonna say Allen gonna win, but we'll see. We'll see, y'all. We'll see who gonna win. We will see who's going to win. All right, let's move right along to our last topic for the night, man. Let's go on to the last topic. College playoffs. It's been a wonderful, wonderful college season. First ever playoffs has been nothing but fantastic. Must see TV. If your team got in or didn't make it, oh well. The teams that did make it, congratulations to those teams. Y'all deserved it. And it's the college playoffs has been actually great, man. It's been great. It's been great. So who you have winning? Who do y'all have winning this thing, man? Who was if whose bracket matches up? So now how we have the March Madness bracket, we're gonna start having the college playoff bracket. Who has had this? Who predicted these teams like this? What was your bracket? Did y'all get it right so far? Have everybody got it right so far? I know I didn't, because I had Arizona State in the the championship game, and they got They, I think they should have beat Texas. They had the opportunities. They just couldn't cash in, man. They couldn't cash the check. They couldn't cash it. I didn't think. I didn't think Penn State would make it this far. I already know Notre Dame. Notre Dame just destroyed Georgia. I knew Georgia. Georgia was struggling all year, man, with that quarterback play. Uh, Georgia needs to get a quarterback. They need to get a quarterback. Not saying the quarterback they have or had was not able to play, but they need a quarterback, man. They need a quarterback, and they're gonna be all right. Ohio State played possessed. They played mad. They kicked Oregon's tail. Destroyed Oregon. Oregon, they like, oh, the way that game was going, Oregon shouldn't even made the playoffs. Playoffs? They shouldn't have made the playoffs, y'all. How they got destroyed. The number one overall team got destroyed. So was Oregon overrated? It's a good question. Boise State, man, well, if y'all was a fan of Boise State, they made the playoffs. Good job, Boise State. You had a good year, but you was overmatched. SMU, y'all, y'all let me down, man. Y'all let me down. Y'all, I don't know. Y'all act like y'all was scared to play or something. Clemson destroyed you. Then you get in there and get destroyed by Penn State. Come on, man. SMU? Clemson squeaked in. Miami, I'm a Hurricanes fan, and we couldn't stop nobody all year, man. All year long. Couldn't get one stop. We can score. They can score. We can score. We can put up the points. But just get one stop? Couldn't do it. Indiana, it is what it is. You had a good season. You like Boise State. Y'all had a good year. You know, you played good. You beat the teams that was on your schedule. But when y'all played better competition, you lost. So, I am going to predict Ohio State to play Notre Dame, y'all. And I have to get back with y'all next Monday to give you my who will win the national championship. I had to watch these games Thursday and Friday, see how they playing, and I'll let y'all know who I'm going to roll with to win the national championship, the first ever college playoffs. But I am taking Ohio State to upset Texas. Ohio State is a lower seed in Texas. And I'm going to take Penn State, another upset. They are a lower seed than I'm taking Notre Dame to beat Penn State, for which Notre Dame are a lower seed than Penn State. So I'm taking the upsets on both sides. Wow. Recap. Let's talk about some bowl games. Alabama versus Michigan. Alabama coach, I ain't gonna dog you, man. You got the job for a reason, so evidently you can coach, right? So I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna let that. I'm gonna say it just like that now. You got the job for a reason. That means that you can coach, man. You can coach. Now, you have to get your style of quarterback. Alabama. You come from Washington last year, for which you had Penix, now with the Atlanta Falcons. And Washington last year, y'all, if y'all didn't see them play last year, watch any of the championship games last year, the championship game last year. They like to throw the ball all over the place. This year, Melrose wasn't like Penix. He wasn't that quarterback that can throw the ball all over the place. You are Alabama. You should not have a problem getting a top quarterback for next season and from next season on. Get you a quarterback, play your style of football, and you'll be all right in Alabama. But if not, you won't be in Alabama long because Alabama is used to winning, and they ain't going to accept nothing else. You have to get your quarterback and play your style of football. You get your quarterback, you'll be successful because you won't have problems getting players to come to Alabama. Alabama, you won't have no problem, man. The talent is spread it out. You won't have no problem. Alabama will be back, and we'll see what you can do with your style of quarterback, what the style of that you like to play. You like to air it out. So get your quarterback. You already got the damn receivers. You already got the receivers. And we'll see what you can do. The SEC is spread out. The talent spread out. It's not as dominant no more. We'll see. That's why I like the NIL. The talent is out there. Spread it out. Anybody can win now. Anybody can win. Now, let's talk about the South Carolina Gamecocks versus Illinois. Sellers quarterback for South Carolina. This young man can play. He grew on me all year, y'all. He grew on me. As co-workers telling me, man, he can play. I'm telling you, he can play. Hey, Sellers, you can play. Sellers, you should be a candidate for the Heisman next year, man. You is the man. Let me give you your flowers now, sir. You can play. You can play, sir. But you missed a wide open throw. You had him, man. South Carolina should have won that game. It shouldn't have been that close. I know you like, damn, I get that throw back. But that's the beauty of sports, man. It's that's what makes it so exciting and interesting, man. It's just one play you wish you could have back, whether you threw it too high, threw it too low, you just did whatever the case may be. You shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you didn't. You had a great year, Gamecocks. Hopefully you will be back because a lot of people didn't even predict y'all to have the season that you had. I was one of them. I didn't think y'all would do what you did, but you made me a believer. And good year to you. Take my hat off to y'all. Good year. Gamecocks. Good year. And that's all, man. That's all I want to talk to y'all about, man. Those two recap games. Michigan. Michigan, you won 2 big games. You beat Ohio State at the end of the year, and you beat Alabama. Now you about to get the number 1 quarterback coming to y'all place, and that's what y'all was missing, a quarterback. Michigan is another school that shouldn't have no problems getting the players that they need. So we're going to see what Michigan does from here on out. I can't wait till the season start back, y'all. College football, playoffs, awesome. It was a great year. Great year in college football, man. Great year in college football. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. You Ain't Gonna Believe This Shit Podcast Sports. Also, man, let me show y'all my cup, man. I got a cup. So y'all see me drinking, we got our own cup, man. You Ain't Gonna Believe This Shit Podcast cup. Yeah. Woo. So, yeah. Y'all see me sipping on my cup. I got my own. We got our own cup for the podcast. Also, let me do this one more time. Bring this back up. You can also go listen to us, man. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and also listen on YouTube Podcast. Listen to the show. You Ain't Gonna Believe This Shit Podcast. Go on over to these platforms, man, and follow us, man. Because you ain't gonna believe this shit, man. You ain't gonna believe this shit over here. Wayne, what up, Wayne? Wayne checking in on that YouTube side. Wayne, go on and get that Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube Podcast. Follow us on the show. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey, you ain't gonna believe this shit podcast, man. We coming, man. We doing big things, making big strides, trying to grow this thing, man. Join the community, man. Join the community. So we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, and now you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and also YouTube Podcasts. There's no reason why you can't. Come on, man. Oh, there go my brother. There go my brother from another mother. Cat Daddy. Cat Daddy checking in on that Facebook saying, what's up, boy? What order the cups from? I'll get you that information, my brother. I'll get you that information. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll get that to you. Yeah, man, how are you doing, my brother? How are you doing? How are you feeling, man? How you doing? How are you feeling? Yeah, you ain't gonna believe shit podcast. Your host, of course, me, T here, Terrence here. Go on over to that Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube Podcast. And listen to us. Listen to us live, man. Listen to us live. Yeah, listen to us live. And that's it, man. Once again, we got the cups. Get the cups. You ain't gonna believe this shit podcast cups. Coming to you, man. It's coming to y'all. I'll tell you. We doing big things on this side over here, y'all. We doing big things over here. One day at a time. 2025 is our year. Yeah, we're gonna make things happen. We're gonna make things happen. You ain't gonna believe this shit podcast. Sports. Like I say, tune in tomorrow. You ain't gonna believe this shit podcast. Where we just talk about what crazy ass shit going on in the world. And also on Wednesday we have our midweek scripture with Pastor Elijah Jeter on Wednesdays. And that's it, man. That's our show for this evening, man. We want to thank y'all for watching. Thank you for commenting. Remember to like, comment, and share. Also, we got the cups. Man, 2025, y'all. It's our year. Join the community. Be part of this movement because it's a vibe over here, y'all. It's a vibe over here. And that's it, man. I'm going to let y'all go. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And always remember, the closer we get to that mountaintop, it's when the wind's going to blow us hardest. But we got to keep on moving, keep on striving, keep on pushing. And we'll catch y'all again tomorrow, 7:30. Check us out, man. Peace.